Are you ready to launch into a brand new era of Coffin comics? You remember when we started out in 2015 where we said there's nothing in between you and us? Well, we're about to take that to a brand new next level with Coffin launch. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Pulido, publisher of Coffin Comics, 34-year veteran of comics. Today, we are going to discuss and walk through our brand new exclusive crowdfunding platform, Coffin launch. Now, you're also going to get a chance, an opportunity to ask questions along the way, and hopefully we can collab and you're going to enjoy what it is that we're looking at. So, I am no longer going to pontificate. Let's get right into it. If you would like to watch. First up, I'm going to jump right on to the Coffin launch homepage. So, right here, if you go to www.coffinlaunch.com, this is the main page of our brand new platform. And let's take a look at it, shall we? Right at the top row, you're going to see a series of buttons. I'm going to go through all of them, and then we're going to get into the details. Right underneath, you see the little scrollers explaining things that are coming up. So we have the home page, obviously. Then next to it will be the live campaign. And that is Lady Death's Savage Reign, launching February 6th, which we're going to get into in a couple of minutes. In the future, we are going to have all updates on that, underneath that little button. Check out this next piece. So this is called the Coffinverse. You'll notice when I hit the little scroll, there's a whole series of all our various characters. Now, if you click on it, you actually get to see every single one of our previously released chapters, their release dates, and even more detail than that. Let's take Lady Death, Eternal Sabbath for an example. If I simply click her story, you get the expanded version of the story plus the video that explains it. And that is true for every Premier Edition main story we've published. I'd also like to highlight at the very top of that is our Coffin Comics reading order checklist. So, if you're new to the game, you can download that checklist and that'll show you by date what we've published. Now the reason we do that is the Coffinverse is an interconnected story. Yes, of course Lady Death is the spine of the universe, but all the tributaries are characters like Hell Witch, La Muerta, and longtime readers like The Reckoning, who's watching, knows we put Easter eggs in our various stories and they all connect. Next up over here, you're going to see our team. This shows you the management team of Coffin Comics, the lunatics, the psychopaths that actually put this together. And you can take a look at that in detail on your own time. Next is an ever-evolving knowledge base and a series of frequently asked questions. Overall, this will be added to, and when you yourselves ask us questions, we're going to add that as well. Now, one of the main benefits of Coffin launch over other third-party platforms is contacting Coffin Comics. There will be a multitude of ways for you to contact Coffin Comics and it gets right to you. I just click the contact and boom, open support ticket. Now you're going to see that contact and request for support button on every individual product I'm about to show you and at the top and the bottom of the main pages. I'm going to jump right back to the home and let's give you a tour down the home page. So ultimately over time, this main page is going to talk about current campaigns, upcoming campaigns, and completed campaigns. If you have not, may I highly recommend that you RSVP right now to Lady Death's Savage Reign and be part of the launch on Thursday, February 6th at 6 p.m. Arizona time. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Also, you're going to notice that we have RSVPs for coming soons. We also have tutorials on how to log in and register for your own Coffin launch account. And I'm here to tell you, it's as easy to begin as entering your email. And on the bottom, some testimonials and some other information. It shows you our terms of use, privacy policy, the risks and challenges, items about your account, etc. So that is the main page of Coffin launch. And hopefully you're already feeling it. It's actually pretty simple. We're going to go back to the home page one more time. And now I'm going to jump right in to Savage Reign. Yes, I am. Here's the main page of the Savage Reign campaign. At the top, you'll see the buttons, including the story, the creatives, page previews, upcoming free swag, which we're not revealing yet, the updates on the campaign, an area for comments, and support, support, support. Now let's go down and take a look. Here we're seeing the main image, and if you like in your own time, we could play the video. Well, heck, we have a minute. Let's play the video. Stand by, everybody. Here we go. Hi, this is Brian Pulido, creator of Lady Death, and I'm presenting an all-new 48-page original graphic novel entitled Lady Death, Savage Reign. Trapped in a barbaric realm, Scott. Hello, Reckoning. Hello, Outcast.
Lady Death
Hi, I hear your request about references to the Chaos
Hired
Universe.
by a local tribal queen
I don't know if that's legally possible at this time, but I hear what you're saying.
Lady Death's success brings
This
ruination
is
to the
what we're
tribe.
looking at together is
Consumed by
simply the
vengeance,
story
Lady Death intends
of
to make Crucibella
Savage
pay
Reign,
with her
co-written
life.
by myself and
But
Mike
how
McLean,
can she prevail
illustrated by
against such a powerful,
Ileana
wicked
Silva.
foe? And what
You might
nefarious
say to
secrets
yourself, where's
lie
Diego
buried
Bernard?
in the
Diego
stolen
Bernard
treasure that Crucibella
just
so
completed
desperately
Hell
possessed.
Witch, Lady
It's
Death,
an epic
Hellgasm,
tale
and is
of
now
sword
working
and
on
sorcery.
Lady Death
Please
Chapter
back our
22,
campaign
so have no
now.
fear.
Tell
He is
everyone
back.
you know. Thanks so much.
Tony Wolf, will we get digital rewards through backer kits still, or everything through Coffin launch? Everything through Coffin launch, Tony. Thank you for asking. All right, so the video is complete, and now I want to show you some of the elements. If you like what we do, please feel free to share it on Facebook or X, Pinterest, and there's the little tiny URL that you could copy. You'll notice that we are not tying our campaign to a financial figure anymore. However, we are tying it to the quantity of backers. And since it's 2025, we figured that's as good a target as any. So why don't we play for 2,025 backers? There we have it. And let's see here. I think this is just a placeholder. It says we are 1,350 backers away from unlocking our next free swag goal. Wow, that's pretty cool. Please share the campaign. That is a placeholder. You will see how that works shortly. So this little scroll bar shows you what the story is, and you're welcome to take a look at that on your time. But man, I got to tell you, a bold new era begins. Bold, relentless, and utterly savage. This isn't a what if or an else world. This story is canon, and it changes everything. So true. I'd also like to share with you our creative team on Savage Reign, and you will be familiar with many of the players. Myself and Mike McLean are the co-writers. Ileana Silva, veteran illustrator, is the illustrator. Giuliano Paratelli, who's coloring a lot of tremendous work for Coffin in 2024 and beyond, is the colorist. And it is being lettered by Marshall Dillon, the letterer of all Coffin comics books since the beginning. Next up, we have a preview to give you a sense of what it is these pages look like. Look at that beautiful double-page spread by Ileana. Boy, this is really setting up the stakes already. Action, action, action. Beautifully rendered work, gorgeous, detailed, and inspired color. The passion of the artists can be seen on the page itself. All right, now we're getting down to what you want to see. Let me see. I'm going to jump up here. Tony Wolf says, everything in one site sounds awesome and way less complicated. Can't wait to back this. Tony, thank you so much. I see our Sworn Nation admin, Bob Conister, in attendance, and he's saying to you guys and gals out there, what's up, Sworn Nation? Now, Outcast POV is asking, will the preview pages be different from the ones you already showed from Ileana? Heck no. I'm going to show you about 6 pages. If I start showing you too many more pages, Outcast, we're going to be just giving away too much story. And I want you to be thrilled and delighted when you discover it. Isn't that part of like the fun of comics as well? We want you to know who the players are and get a taste of what the story is like, but I would love for you to discover it when it gets into your hands. All right, now again, let's take a look. This is the campaign, folks. Last week, I did a physical in real life preview. Now this is the actual campaign as it lives and will be live 2 weeks from now on February 6th. You'll notice that we do not call our items rewards. We call them claims. And for your viewing pleasure and for simplicity's sake, we've broken it up into major categories, including comics, prints, cards, and merchandise. So let's do a little scroll, shall we? In the first tier, you see we're offering Savage Rain as a digital copy, and the Premier Edition, the Jeweled Edition, and the Naughty Edition. I'm going to pick one, and let's look at this in a little more detail. So let's hypothetically pre-order the Premier Edition. Now I'm here to let you know you can't actually purchase it yet. You can purchase it in 2 weeks, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Here you're going to start to see key information, that it is a pre-order, that it is limited to copies ordered itself, the name of the edition, the price, and when this campaign/pre-orders close, and the estimated shipping date. When the campaign goes live, you will have the option to have this signed or unsigned. Old Man Brian will sign that comic book for you for $2. And you might say to yourself, how dare you ask me to charge $2 for your signature, Brian? Well, in a weird way, it's a way of slowing down the era when I did free signatures on Kickstarter. There were actually years where I signed over 90,000 signatures. And all the people at Coffin Comics would go home. And I would be signing for 2 or 3 more hours. And after a while, I said, I don't know if this is working anymore. So I must admit, charging $2 cooled it off a little bit. And hopefully you will indulge Old Man Brian, who sometimes likes to go home, pet his dogs, drink a beer. So further on, you'll notice that all of the editions largely will be limited to copies ordered. We do allow at least about 5% for loss and damage. That's about a standard. And it also shows you what each claim includes. In this case, the Premier Edition, a digital copy, free U.S. shipping and handling and white glove service, and all unlocked free swag. And no, I'm not going to talk about the free swag today. Now, also, you'll notice if you have a question, you're welcome to click right there, and we're going to do it. And there's the launch support ticket. And this is one of the improvements we wanted. We wanted to get customer service support directly to you simply. All right, so I'm going to jump back into the campaign, and I'm going to jump back to comics. And now I'm going to pick, okay, and so we're reviewing, right? So look at this beautiful work. You got the beautiful Premier Edition by Diego Bernard with cover, Mike DiBalfo doing the cover of the Jeweled Edition, Richard Ortiz doing the cover of the Naughty. Moving on, we have Sora Sung and Juan Castro doing Savage Rain Ultra Foil Edition. We have newest superstar Enzo Fernandez doing the Holofoil Edition. And then we have the mystery envelopes. I'm going to jump on those in a minute, but let me also say that Jamie Tyndall is doing the gorgeous Heavy Metal Edition. Let's jump back and pick the Savage Rain Mystery Edition. You will notice that we actually have individual images that show you exactly what could be contained. And now that this element of the launch is open for you to peruse, at a later time you could see the details of all the gorgeous art, including, let me jump back up here, Crucibella character design art by Marissa Pope, gorgeous covers by Richard Ortiz, Monty Moore, David Harrigan, other artists including Matt Meerhoff, Jesse Wichman, Dawn McTague, Diego Bernard, and Mike DiBalfo, rounding out the very limited to 25 casket editions, and for the first time ever, a chase edition inside a mystery envelope of a very limited nature, may I say. These are very, very small print runs, 6 colorways, and 6 omegas. So get them. Again, you'll notice at the top, they're limited to 999 grand total. No singular edition is more than 50 copies, and many are as little as 25. I am going to go back to the campaign, and I'm going to look up in a minute and take some of your questions. Let me jump back on there, back into the campaign. and where I stopped. Okay, we're going to come back to that in a minute. Okay, so Jonathan, thank you so much for saying these look amazing. And The Reckoning, that Sora song is gorgeous. David, hello. And let's see here. Donovan X says, any plans to work in CGC grading slabbing before ship? Coffin Comics will not be doing that. Thank you so much for asking. And then let's see here. Outcast asks, if you can't do a monthly comic for a specific character, do you think Coffin can make or release up to 12 comics per year? Outcast, I don't think we're going to do that. The reason being is now we do comics that are longer and we release them on generally a bi-monthly basis. So the monthly comics we all know and love range in page count from 20 to 24 pages, but ours are 48 pages. So I don't know that we're going to ever reach that capacity because we're more of a boutique. All right, under this tier, take a look. Let me make this a little nicer. Now we're getting into some of the collector's tiers, including the Naughty Savage 4-book set. We're offering that for $200 and it's limited to 99 copies. Let's take a look at some of the great art. So there's a picture of all the art. Now I must let you know that these editions come in their own collector's box. That's one of those cool hardshell boxes that we do. It has magnetic enclosure. We feature artwork by Sora Sung, Jamie Tyndall, Mike DiBalfo, and the one and only Enzo Fernandez. Now also we're pointing out that adding a limited edition claim to your cart does not guarantee you get it. You have to complete your checkout to guarantee your claim. And letting you know also, so again, limited to 99 matching sets. That is the Naughty tier. Next up, here's the Savage 6-book set. For $300, you get these editions, and it's limited to copies ordered. The Premier Edition by Diego Bernard. Mike DiBalfo's Jeweled, the Naughty Edition by Ortiz, the Gorgeous Sora Sung, Enzo Fernandez, and the Metal Edition. This is quite a value that you yourself can have for only $300. Now, I'm going to generalize some of these other claims so that you yourself can enjoy them. Let me see. Outcast is asking, Carrie Yatuzzi just RSVP'd. Thank you so much. Bob Conister says the holofoil is very Frazetta-ish. Yes, for sure. And let's see here. Kristen is asking, there's a new IA on this campaign. Pardon my ignorance. What is an IA? Am I missing something? Does anybody know? Let us know, Kristen. And then can you make another character to replace Cremator like you did with Lucifer? I think the character Wargoth could be similar in tone to Cremator, but I wouldn't call him a replacement. Oh, interior artist. Yes. Thank you, Kristen. Yes. So, Kristen, this is what's up. Diego Bernard, yesterday, just completed Lady Death, Hell Witch, Lady Death, Hellgasm. And now he's jumping on to Lady Death 22. What had happened was that Hell Witch story, which is 56 pages of story and art, was inordinately complex, took longer than we thought, and so we had to fill in with Ediano. Now, if you take a look at Ediano's art, hopefully you can agree, it's very, very beautiful work and quite impassioned. So yes, Ediano is our quote-unquote fill-in artist, and Diego's working already on Lady Death 22 for August. So rounding out the upper tier, so to speak, I'm going to explain them in broad terms. We have the Savage Reign Mike Chrome Ultra 5-book set, limited to 69 copies for $350. We have the Sun K Elite 5-book set, also limited to $350. And then for the sociopathic collector out there, we have the Savage Reign RIP, Really Important Person, 15-book set. We're offering for $1,000, and if you sign it, it's true. I will sign it gratis. The next category we're offering are prints, and I'm going to go through these at a reasonable pace. First up, the Mike Chrome Ultra 11x17 print for $20. The Sun K Elite print for $20. The Savage Reign Prestige Commemorative Print for $25, limited to 100 serial numbered prints. And rounding out the limited nature prints is the Naughty Commemorative for $25 by Richard Ortiz, limited to 200 copies. Next, we have the Savage Reign 24 by 36 poster by Sun K. Jumping over to the other side, we have the Barbarian 18 by 24 fine art print. This is a cliché. It is archival quality paper, archival quality art. We have two print sets. One we call Prestige, one we call Naughty, and that will be limited to the copies ordered on the campaign. We have two card sets. The first, the Prestige card set with art by Richard Ortiz, Sora Sung, Mike DiBalfo, Enzo Fernandez, and Jamie Tyndall. And we have the Naughty theme metallic card set, limited in nature by Sora Sung, Mike Chrome, Mike DiBalfo, Jamie Tyndall, and Enzo Fernandez. Did somebody say merchandise?
Merchandise.
It's true. After 24 hours of the campaign, we'll reintroduce the Savage Reign Citadel Coin. Now, if I haven't said it so far, let me let you know. Everyone who backs our campaign for the first 24 hours for a physical reward is getting a free, full-color challenge coin we call a Citadel coin, as pictured below, right here, right where my little stylus is saying, featuring art by Diego Bernard and Mike Chrome. So, the incentive is the first 24 hours, you're getting this coin free. So get in on it. After 24 hours, we're going to offer it, but we're going to offer it for sale for $20. We're going to take a moment. I'm going to see if anyone has some comments. Yes, The Reckoning, agreed. Idiano's artwork looks incredible. Love it. Thank you. So Kristen is saying this new format for launch looks awesome and easy to use. Can't wait for Sora's cover. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We do. Next up, we have the Barbarian t-shirt. This gorgeous imagery by the one and only Mike Chrome. Had to be a shirt, didn't it? It's incredible. And then we are going to offer again an item that has not been offered in, 5-6 years. The Lady Death Rocks patch set. Because it's been a while, hasn't it? Don't you want to kind of rock it out, get your back patch? This is a set with 8 patches. We're offering for $60. Now, certainly there's going to be some free swag, and what you're kind of looking at here is all part of an experiment, and we're going to see how it goes with the free swag. Let's see here. If you lock in the claim, can you add after? Yes, our claim numbers, like the aforementioned campaigns, they are similar. You will definitely be called a backer. There will be numbers that ascend for sure. And can you add to your claim? Yes, and there'll be a tutorial on how to do that shortly. And Guzman is saying, absolutely loving the patch set. Hopefully down the line, maybe there'll be a patch jacket. Look, the one thing that we can do is offer the patches, but how you patch it up is up to you. I have seen people do long sleeve, short sleeve, so it's up to your individual attention. Scott Phelps says he's excited for the launch, happy for the Coffin crew. That is absolutely wonderful. Folks, if you could believe it, it's actually that simple. Coffin launch is simpler, should be faster, and we hope over time provide much more customer service. So, unless there's any other questions, I want to thank you so much for watching this preview. I also want to say, if I can, we're doing all this on a computer, but I got to tell you, it's equally as easy on your phone, if not easier. For example, let me see. You could just scroll, and there's all your stuff. Android, iPhone, it's all there. Just as easy. So if you need to, you could do it on your phone. And I also just want to remind everybody, for the first 24 hours of this launch on February 6th at 6 p.m., everyone who backs us for a physical reward is getting a free challenge coin. This is a 2-sided coin we call a Citadel coin. It's got cool phrases in Latin. These coins are 1.75 in diameter, and they are free to physical, non-digital backers. So if you haven't already, please RSVP to coffinlaunch.com, and please share our campaign and even our RSVP campaign with friends and family. I'm going to check finally. Let's see here. I got some can't waits, excited. I'd like to be sure of how much Chaos Universe is still canon. To my view, the classic era of Coffin Chaos Comics, which I would say would be 93 to August 2002, to my mind, is canon. Hopefully that answers your question, and hopefully this walkthrough has answered your questions. I want to thank you so much for being part of this preview. Please share it with a friend, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Brian Pulido, proud publisher of Coffin Comics, coming to you from the great state of Arizona, the great American Southwest, the amazing United States of America, and from the earth itself. Talk to you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.